Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're studying for the first time, thank you so much. It's nice to meet you. So in today's video I will be talking about my first trimester experience. For the longest while I was not able to do a YouTube video because first trimester is a bad guys. It's the worst. It's horrible. I don't wish it on anyone, honestly. Like, it was, I'm still recuperating. I'm still like, you know, getting over the whole thing, trying to regain myself back. So you usually hear that first trimester and third trimester is like, then the second trimester is like the chilling trimester, you get your energy back and everything, and maybe that's why I'm able to do videos now. For the record, I'm in my second trimester, and before the end of the video I'll show you my belly and you guys will guess how many weeks you think I am. I hope you guys have been enjoying the pregnancy series so far. If you like it, let me know, give it a thumbs up, you know. So I don't want this video to be too long, but it's going to be like story time / highlighting some of the symptoms I went through my first trimester. See, my first trimester was okay. So the first thing I had was HG, hyperemesis, gravidarum or something, that's what they call it. So from the previous videos as you guys have seen, and after I later found that I was pregnant, the next thing I started feeling really nauseous and weak. That was like the next thing, it just came. So at 5 weeks I was already feeling really weak and really nauseous, and then by the 6th week I was throwing up. So from 6 weeks up till like, okay, let me see, 6 weeks to like the end of my first trimester, even up till some part of my second trimester, I was so I was throwing up. It went from like 1 to 2 times, no, like minimum of 2 times a day to like 3, 4, you know, sometimes 5 times a day, and I began to suspect that I had HD. Guys, I could not eat. I was bedridden, like I literally could not move because you are not eating, so you are losing weight. You are losing, like, there's no strength in you, and you can't, I don't know, I just couldn't do anything. I was helpless. I couldn't go to church, I couldn't go out. I was just really nauseous. It was a terrible feeling. Like, at first it was just nauseousness, like just that feeling of wanting to throw up, but it wasn't coming, and I felt like, okay, I even need to throw up, maybe I'll feel better. But you know, when I started throwing up, it was terrible. Like, there was nothing, food was not even appealing to me. I could not eat anything. I had to go to my parents' place. Like, it was terrible. There was nothing. And then the worst was I couldn't even take water. Water was my enemy. If I take water, like, I wake up in the morning and I'm really thirsty, and I take water, and the same way I take the water, like the same way the water goes in, the water comes out like, oh wow. Like, the water is not mixed with anything when I throw it up. Like, I'm throwing up just water. Like, I've never experienced that kind of thing in my life. Like, it's, oh, this pregnancy was just, the experience was, oh god, it was so bad. Like, I was so weak, I couldn't do anything. I was so helpless. I was so heavily dependent on people, because I mean, thank God for my husband, thank you for my mom, my mother-in-law, like my friends, my family. Oh my god, it was terrible. Like, different people would tell me, okay, take yogurt to stop vomit, can help. Nothing. Take ginger made me throw up more. take fruits. I remember taking pawpaw, made me throw up. Like everything, there was nothing that was working. I was just throwing up. Wow. There was a time when I got to like 10, 9, no, it was like 7, 8, maybe 8 weeks thereabouts. I was so weak. Like I was supposed to go and do my 8 weeks. I was supposed to do a scan. Like I think that was my first scan, and we were just going from hospital. We were looking for the hospital I was supposed to use. People were just too much. It was like I was going to faint. I was going to die. Like there was no energy, no strength in me. I was just like this, because I'm like, that morning before I left the house, I had already thrown up twice, like before 10 a.m. and I'm not throwing up anything. I'm throwing up stomach bile because there's nothing inside of me again. And we went to the hospital and nobody was attending to us because there were just so many people. My husband was angry. He was like, okay, let's go somewhere else. We're looking for different places to go to. Looking for one place we went to. They said the sonographer is in a procedure that will take 4 hours. Oh my god. We finally found somewhere, and then when we went there, as soon as the doctor saw me, he was just like, he told the nurses to start hydrating me, because that's the only thing you can do for someone going through HG, that's hyperemesis, because all you need to do is just pump in like electrolytes and, you know, that drip that they give people, and infuse it with some vitamins. Like, because I was looking terrible. I looked like I could not walk myself. Like I was just like this. I was bent. I was like this. Like I'm going to show clips and pictures of. I didn't even take so many pictures. I didn't really do. It was my husband that took some, because at that point you're not even thinking of. You're just thinking of how you're going to survive. Like, God, I didn't know how you're going to survive. So I took so they placed me on. They admitted me and I was on drips. I was on drips, just infusing different things. But there was one thing they said they didn't have. That's the husband to go and look for it in the pharmacy. Sharp pumping different things inside the. I think it was mainly vitamins, and said my electrolyte levels were low. That was when I was officially diagnosed with HG. And doctor was like, well, and they will tell you that that's the only thing you can do. You keep just giving yourself, maybe every week, keep taking drips and everything. Like that's the only thing that can work for like the hyperemesis. It's morning sickness. There's nothing they can do. There's no drug for it. Some people will tell you to take is it B6 or B12? I can't remember, but like it just kind of reduces it. It doesn't just stop it. And we just hope that your body would. So HT is like the pregnancy hormones. The pregnancy hormones is HCG. It's like a lot in your system, and that's first trimester period especially, and so it's the one causing the whole morning sickness reaction and all. So, and then again, everybody is different. Like for me, I actually am not new to throwing up. Like my mom was even making fun of me that since when I was small that I used to throw up. And even growing up all through my life, throwing up is not something that comes strange. Like I can throw up if I don't like a particular food, or I have headache, or I'm even really hungry. Like I'll just feel like throwing up. So I throw up for a norm. So, and when I researched, they said people that throw up a lot would, like, they are more likely to have something like that, to have like extreme morning sicknesses like that. So yeah, it was like and then when I look at my family history, like some people had extreme morning sicknesses like that. My mom did not have, but our sisters and some of my aunts, they had. So but usually they will tell you that after 3 months, like that's after the first trimester, it would stop. Mine went like a bit over, you know, my first trimester. It entered the second trimester, but gradually it's reduced. So it was like from the day I found out I was pregnant, from like 5 weeks up till like, let me say 16 17 weeks. I threw up, yes. So you can imagine how many weeks of my life, like 10 weeks of my life, almost like basically 3 months of my life, almost 4 months of my life was well. And guys, which will lead me to the next symptom that I had. Like, I lost weight a lot. So when I finally started my antenatal at 13 weeks and they did my vitals and everything, I lost, if I'm looking at myself, you know that I lost weight to the extent that I couldn't go out, because when I go out, people would know that something is wrong with me. Like, I was skins and bones. I'm going to insert pictures. Like, I lost 10 kg because of like the extreme morning sickness, because I was not eating. I had no appetite, so I lost weight a lot. I'm just gaining it back, and they'll tell you, and you know, no, my pregnant woman, you will gain weight. So I'm gaining it back, and I just started gaining it from say 17 weeks. So I lost weight. So I was 44 kg. As in my entire life, even when I was in secondary school, I was never 44 kg. Like, I looked like a small girl, a 12-year-old girl that they gave belly. It was terrible. Well, as in, oh God, as in when I remember the period, the PTSD. Guys, there was a time that the thing was so terrible, like the whole morning sickness thing. One day I was in the toilet and I was just, and let me tell you, like, toilet is like the best place for me because it's easy to just throw up there. I had a throwing up bowl. I had a bucket in my house, I had a bucket in my parents' place, I had a bucket in my parents' in-law place. So those 3 places where I would be, I had my throwing up / spitting bucket. So like, when I go there, it's ready for me to put water inside. I throw up because it's not easy for me. Sometimes the throwing up can just come at any time, and before you are able to run to the bathroom, you might have just messed up everywhere. So it's better I just have that bucket beside me and just do the thing. Yeah, that's my life. There was a time I was in the bathroom and I was just thinking that, God, how much is surrogacy safe? Like, because what is all this? Like, is this what pregnancy is? Like, I don't want. Like, honestly, like, the whole experience just made me feel like what's the joy in, you know, the whole motherhood and the whole pregnancy? Like, people just make you feel like, oh, that's the best thing. I'm like, what's the best thing in here? Like, I don't get it. Like, I would be honest, like, this is me being honest, like, I did not enjoy, well, I'm not going to talk about now in my second trimester, but let's say me in my first trimester, I was like, to be honest, like, it got to a point I was just like, imagine if I didn't even have any help, I didn't have any support system. Like, because my support system, like, the only thing I didn't just do was cry. Like, I tried so much not to cry because I felt like if I cry, I was just going to break down and scare everybody. But I had crazy thoughts. I was fed up, I was frustrated. Man, like, I did not wish it on anybody. Like, at a point I was just praying for women all over the world that didn't have any kind of support. If I was just praying for people that even get pregnant out of wedlock and they don't even have support, maybe like all these young girls that their parents will even throw them out. Like, how did they even survive? How did they cope? Like, oh Jesus, it was, oh God. Ah man, first trimester. Like, I know some women do not, you know, have the experience. Like, we are all different, we have different bodies and our bodies react differently to pregnancy. So the other thing I experienced was low blood. So I didn't have enough iron intake, and this is because, of course, every symptom is leading to another symptom, or one symptom is as a result of one symptom. So because I had extreme morning sickness, which led to loss of appetite, and weight. So of course, since I was not eating, I didn't have enough iron intakes from my my diet. And then they'll usually give you antenatal medications, and of which iron was one of them. I had folic acid, I had iron, I had vitamin C, I think calcium. But usually I throw, because I throw up often, so sometimes I even throw up these things when I try to take them, or I can't even take them at all because I don't like drugs, and smelling them will even make me throw up the more. So but I tried so much to take my folic acid, but the iron, I discovered that taking the iron tablet was causing me to throw up. I reacted to it. Anytime I take it specifically, I would throw up, like at that instant. So I researched on it, and I said yes, some women actually react to iron, to ferrous, while they are pregnant. And I tried to take the tonic, it was the same result. So I just even stopped taking it. So so I didn't have a lot of blood, which made me more made me weaker. And the doctor was even saying things like I might have to get blood transfusion if I didn't try to top up on my iron. So I started taking my iron like 3 times a day. Told me to start eating leafy vegetables, things like that. It was a whole lot. So it's like one thing was leading to the other thing. But yeah, the other thing that I experienced was smell. I had very strong sense of smell, and this happened like as early as, again, maybe 6 weeks. Immediately I found that I was pregnant, like all of these symptoms just came at me at once. And so as early as 6 weeks, I was already averse to smell. I couldn't bear to cream my body. I couldn't bear to smell any perfume. I threw out all the diffusers in my house, scented candles. I couldn't cook anymore. I couldn't go into the kitchen. If I cook something, I had to leave that place, close the doors. Listen, up till now, I can't cook. Like the smell is still there, but it's a bit better. So for the longest while, I couldn't cream my body. During of my first trimester, I could, in fact, sometimes up till now I still don't cream my body. So I was using black soap at some points because it doesn't have any smell. That was the only thing I couldn't use any scented soap to bathe. My husband could not come near me most times. When he wants to spray perf, he has to go outside to, or wait, like stay in the car to spray perf. So it was a whole lot, like I don't know, the heightened sense of smell was just, it was even making things worse, because that's one of the things that will make me throw up. Like, in fact, even my own body was smelling to me. Nobody could smell it today, like body smelling okay, but I was smelling something in my body that was just making me puke. I don't know, like it was just crazy. Like I said, when I sweat or something, I'll just throw up. Oh god. When I remember it, man, it's crazy. And then the other thing that I was experiencing was constant spitting, which I still do till now. I was thinking it was going to stop, but I mean, it's not stopping, and I might end up spitting all through my pregnancy. Some of you will notice the way I talk. You will notice that I have saliva in my mouth, so I have to like always spit at intervals. So what I do is I just use like a bottled water container. I wrap it with a plastic bag just to cover it up, and I carry it like a bottled water basically, and then when I want to spit, I just like kind of do like I want to drink and then spit inside. So that has been my hack, so it doesn't irritate people around, you know, when I go out. But yeah, I mean, a girl's got to do what she's gonna do, right? This has been my experience. The other one I think I experienced again was constipation, like I couldn't poop. Sometimes I would go like a week without pooping, and sometimes it got me worried, but I was always gassing a lot to do. And then the gases were actually really relieving, and because I was bloated most of my first trimester and my tummy wasn't out. I think my tummy started coming out like visibly at say 16 weeks thereabouts. Yeah, so it wasn't like from day 1 to 16 weeks I had basically flat tummy, but there are times that, especially at night, like you feel like it's coming out, but it's bloat basically. It's bloat. You feel bloated most times. So yeah, those were my experiences, my symptoms. I don't know if there were minor ones here and there. I mean, everybody's different, everyone's body is different. Some were more internal than external. For example, like your discharges, you know, you see things like more discharges, you pee more, things like that. Like those ones are like minor, they're just, you know. Then you can't sleep, like you're trying to find a very comfortable position because you just feel like you're squishing the baby when you lie down, especially when you lie down on your tummy. Yeah, I don't know, like some people have mood swings, or they're like mushy, emotional. I don't know if I was at that point. I was just trying to get over like the whole morning sickness phase, so I wasn't really paying attention to other symptoms. But these were like these ones I mentioned were like the visible glaring ones that really shaked me, you know. Yeah, I think that's it. There's one more thing I remember. I was glowing in my first trimester. Yeah, I don't know, for some reason I got a lot of compliments that I was glowing even amidst my whole situation. But yeah, I noticed that my nails up till now, they're still like strong. They're like, they grew longer, stronger, more finer. My nails, both my toes and my fingers, my hands, they're like really glowy, and I was not even using any cream, so it's surprising. Like I was not using cream, I was not using soap to bathe. And there are days that I will not even have a bath because your girl could not even get up from bed. But yeah, I think my hair also got like stronger, more like fuller, maybe longer, I don't know, but fuller, thicker. But yeah, that was my first trimester. I don't think that this second trimester I'm glowing as much as I glowed in the first trimester. Oh no, my face is becoming darker, and I'm having like all this whole, I think you can see it. But yeah, my face was really smooth in the first trimester. But yeah, I've come to the end of this video. I'm sorry if it's long. I did not mean for it to be long, but then I just wanted to like capture everything in one. But yeah, let me know if you can relate to some of these things I spoke about. For those of you that have been pregnant, you are a mother, or you have people around you, maybe your sister, your friend, or your mom, or someone around you that you know that has, and you've seen these things. So just share experience with us. Let's make the comment section fun. And then I promised you guys I was going to put this. So this is my tummy now. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, so let me know like how many weeks do you think I am. So my tummy. Okay, this is it. Yeah, I have a big belly button. Like even before I got pregnant, I have a big belly button, so like it shoots out. Like, and when I wear like really big clothes and I'm trying to hide like the bump, the belly button still like shoots out, and that's how people get to know that I'm pregnant. Can't hide it. Can't hide it. Like, I don't know, I'm scared that my tummy is going to be bigger than yeah, I don't know, big, because I feel that now at this period. It shouldn't be this big. I don't know, but it is what it is. It's very strong. I thought it was just bleeding, but it's really strong, and who told me that this is very strong, that it means that it's the baby. Baby's crying. So let me know